Okay, and we should be live. Let's head over to the YouTube page and just make sure here. See if this is going out to everybody. This is gonna be real weird. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so this is Crew Lane Blacktop. I'm Gabriel Coleman, and joining me is David Ho.
And I agreed to this because of that great name.
Today, we're just going to be driving cross-country in the Ubisoft hit, The Crew 2, Crew Harder. This opening little thing is super fucking confusing. I don't like it that it takes you to this instead of just dropping you in. But anyway, this is the car I've selected. This is a 1969 Chevy Camaro RS. It's the closest thing I could get to a period-appropriate car for the movie Two Lane Blacktop.
Right, so what we're doing here is we're following the relative path of the cast of characters of the movie Two Lane Blacktop, which I think I own the Criterion of, but I have not seen.
I 100% do. It's putting me in my house here for some reason. So we're going to pop in. So I wanted to start us out in this little town, if you can even call it that I found, but it apparently did not let me do that. So I'm going to have to find it again real quick here. It's not that weird place. It's this is the first sort of, hey, this game's world is kind of weird thing we're going to be seeing. Because this isn't it. That's very similar to the one I found, though. It's just this very small town, not even, in the middle of nowhere, like 3 houses in a dead end. This might be it right here. I'm going to set the waypoint, and what we're going to do is, this is the closest place we can fast travel to, the Ghost Church. So we're going to travel to here, and hey, there we are. But I don't want to be driving, because we just want to get there first. So here you go, David. You said you didn't know there were planes in the game. Well, there are. And you can just sort of Sonic Racing, Sega Racing All-Stars into any vehicle at any time.
That's pretty sweet.
So we are going to... I did not want to do that. I wanted to just change the view. I don't remember how to do that. Here we go.
So is this map bigger than the one in the Crew?
I believe it is. It's not noticeably so though. But it is bigger.
And the Crew at the time anyway had the largest map.
One of them at the very least. We're gonna crash this plane because I couldn't open my shit in time. We're gonna turn the radio off, by the way, just because I don't want this to get us to get hit with any DMCA takedowns. What was the?
If you turn into a car here, you would.
It resets you.
Exactly.
This is not the car I want.
That's the way to get out of it. It seems.
So we're gonna this is 100% the place I found. So they start in a little tiny town in Two Lane Blacktop.
Yeah, I guess we should go over the plot of Two Lane Blacktop a little bit.
David, you do that while I look up their exact route.
Okay, so I've not seen Two Lane Blacktop. I'm pretty sure I got the Criterion Blu-ray. Two Lane Blacktop refers to the color of the road generally. And let me type it in.
Yeah, so it's here's the synopsis. In this cult favorite film, a mechanic, Dennis Wilson, and a driver, James Taylor, live only to race and maintain their 1955 Chevy. Heading east from California with no particular agenda, they give a girl, Lori Bird, a ride, and en route she incites jealousy between the men by sleeping with them both. Meanwhile, the trio encounters an overbearing GTO driver, Warren Oates, who agrees to race them to New York, each putting at stake their most prized possession, their car. So, we're going to try and do the actual route here. It's on Wikipedia. I just got to find it. Okay, so they start in Needles, California. And then after that, they go to Flagstaff, Arizona. That's the next stop. So Needles isn't in this game. Needles is a little town south of Vegas in California. So we're probably a little bit over the California border here. It's actually like Needles would be on this river, which would be further to the west in real life. Like, basically this river in real life goes like a little bit over from Vegas and then straight down.
Yeah, that's the other thing about this game.
Yeah, let's look at this map of America. It's better than the first game.
Yeah.
But it's still not great. As you can see, we live in Minneapolis, and this game goes straight from Chicago to the Dakota Grasslands and Black Hills.
Excuse you.
Like, we do not exist. The closest that exists is Dairyland, which is, I assume, their version of Wisconsin. But there is no Minnesota.
No Minnesota. Like... There's no Lake Superior.
Yeah.
There's part of it, but then it's just Canada there. That's really interesting. And Chicago is where Milwaukee is supposed to be.
Yeah, so we're also going to just go ahead and turn off...
Is that Texas down there? I see the bottom of Texas.
Yeah, Texas is very small.
And Florida's getting a little chunky.
What I want to do here is... All I want to have on is... Let's go with live events. That's the only thing we're going to have on this map. It does keep track of, if you look right here, sort of the path you've taken. So I'm going to find out where exactly Flagstaff, Arizona is in relation to where we are now. I'm sure that's not in the game. But okay, so that is a bit to the east, above Phoenix. Right on Highway 40, under Grand Canyon National Park. Grand Canyon's got to be in this game, right? Like, they couldn't... Okay, there's Santa Fe. Santa Fe, that's New Mexico, so it's somewhere in between these two spots.
That's not fucking Santa Fe.
Yeah. There's Red Rock, there's Central Plateau, Canyonlands. That's got to be the Grand Canyon in here somewhere, right?
I'm going to... do some research to see what the French might have against Minnesota, because I know that, like, to the north there is a little bit of
the Colorado River banks. There's Monument Valley is over here. Dreamland. Where's Monument Valley in relation to the Grand Canyon? Wait, I just saw it. The Grand Canyon is right here. We found the Grand Canyon, so we got to go south of that, north of Phoenix, which is also not in this game. So, hey, this, Winslow, Arizona. That's a place I know from an Eagles song. Kingman, let's see. We're going to look up here. This is thrilling stream content.
Okay, so I went to Google and I searched French hate Minnesota, and I got some stuff about French settlers and French language in Minnesota, and it reminded me that, there's... some French language in Minnesota Wikipedia page. The search results say missing hate. I could select must include hate. That's interesting.
Okay, it's to the west, east of Kingman. Let's see about Winslow. Such a fine sight to see.
mnfrenchette.com. 10 things I love and hate about living in France.
Okay.
I'm going to open that list in a tab to...
So, I found it. Here's Kingman. Here is Winslow. Flagstaff would be right here. And I don't see even another little tiny weird nothing town.
What's that to the left there?
This?
No, there's a little building there.
Okay, here we go. This is Flagstaff, Arizona. These 3 houses. So we're going to set this waypoint. And we're going to drive. We are going to drive from Needles to fucking Flagstaff, and we're gonna stop at any town along the way that we find, and we're gonna see what's up.
All right.
I need to switch my car first, though, because this is not the correct car.
Okay, so to add some concept to this, I am going to read 10 things I love and hate about living in France, written by someone from Minnesota, I presume. So this is dated September 13, 2016. Never forget. The end of August marked my 1-year France anniversary. That's right, a little over a year ago, I staggered out of the train station in Lyon, weighed down with 2 massive suitcases and a backpack, blinking in the late afternoon sun. I still remember that first taxi ride, during which the driver managed to give me a full lesson on Rhone Valley wines. A year later, and the cultural differences, good and bad, still fascinate me to no end. So, in no particular order, here's my list. 10 things I love about France. 1. Le pain. I'm not reading that French word because it's got vowels. It'll trip me up, and we'll lose our French viewers that I've probably already insulted.
I'm already off the road here.
Yeah. It's...
So this is this car can't actually, I haven't done. I just bought this and haven't like put any parts on it or anything. So we're gonna be driving at like a reasonable speed, too, not like the 400 miles an hour they expect you to be looking at these maps at.
Yeah, let's keep it a little under GTA speed.
Yeah, and also if we see any other town like within viewing distance here, I'm just gonna sort of go. David, you should look up real quick. Just search for Crew 2 close chat window, so we could get rid of this thing in the upper left because it's real ugly and bad.
I started I was typing that as you were saying it, so I started writing Crew Chew. How do I hide the HUD?
Hey, let's check this out. Here's a little farm. This is a
bit of a pain
place.
It's a bit of a pain in the 3 hearts, which I assume is a way of censoring the word ass when wanting to take pictures. Simply access your options menu and tick off all the components of the HUD.
Is this for the Crew 2?
Yeah.
Okay, options menu.
Oh, maybe this is for the Crew.
Yeah, I think there's just like a key that can do it in this, I want to say. Oh, hey, it's a caribou.
Disable text chat, the Crew 2 general discussion. Okay. Press F3 and then it will disappear.
That. Hey! There we go.
Thanks, defragged Steam user. So
this is what the French think, like the sort of southwest of America looks like. This seems pretty accurate from what I know of geography.
Yeah, let's take a quick...
There's a little ghost town here. Nothing's really happening here, just a bunch of burnt out buildings. Oh, hey, it's a bus. That's the desert bus from the game Desert Bus. It's driving from LA to Vegas. By the way, I'm playing as a lady. You hardly ever see her, but that's her right there.
The girl.
Yep. Oh, God.
Oh, no, we're going off-road a little bit. So, yeah, I'm assuming... I was looking up that thing where they had foreigners try and label all the states, but that was a UK thing and not just anyone in the world. So, no further insight into this France thing.
Yeah, about why they don't think Minnesota exists.
Yeah, it's interesting what they chose to keep and take off. I mean, as a sixth grader or something, I remember fantasizing about the possibility of a video game that would let you cross an entire country or have the entire world as an open sandbox. And my pitch in my head, I was always thinking like you basically play as Superman.
Drift. So we just got out of I got out of 2 movies. David only joined us for the last one. We didn't really have a chance to talk about the first one, and we have so much on the podcast to talk about. I figured we should just do that now while we're driving.
All right.
I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
I really liked it. It was fun. It was funny. That after the credits scene is a real good way of explaining why he's probably not going to be in the second Infinity War.
Yeah, it balances being really, really funny and also having really, really fun, inventive action, because it's got this. Is that like a thing that tells you that someone's coming?
No, there is a. The beeping means there's like a hidden thing somewhere.
Oh yeah, a collectible.
Yeah, but I don't remember what, and I'm not gonna go for it because that's not what the stream is about. But anyway, yes. This is a good balance of fun, action-packed.
Yeah, the Wasp got all the cool fight scene action, but Ant-Man himself got a lot of the fun from the size differences that he had, because his new suit was a prototype that Whoa! Malfunctioned.
Yeah, I like him as little kid-sized Ant-Man, like disguised in an elementary school. That was very clever.
Oh man.
Like, cause you never think about it. You think like, okay, like he can be normal size, big or small. You're like, oh, he could be any size in between any of that too. Like, so just like him as a kid.
Yeah, someone was remembering their biggest laugh, and it took a minute or two, but my biggest laugh in that movie, I distinctly remember laughing the hardest at when Scott got back in the van and he was still 3 feet tall, and Hank says, "So, how was it? Did you have fun at school today?"
And then asked him if he wanted a juice box.
Yeah, that was a good follow-up joke, but just the way that Michael Douglas delivers it, like he's firing on all cylinders.
Hey, what's over here? We're gonna off-road a little bit to see what this little tiny town is over here.
And just like in that moment, he's got this. He's just having fun with it.
Yeah, I like that Michael Douglas had more to do this time around than in the first movie. Like he got some like cool stuff with the quantum realm near the end.
Yeah, he got a big mind-melting performance to do.
Oh, we have a photo op for taking a picture at a gas station. So,
I love gas.
I guess we'll do this, because this is easy. So, what's photo mode? Left? Is it left?
Do you actually fuel up?
Or nope, you don't have to fuel up.
You don't have to fuel up. That would be a good component to a game, though. You could just run out and you'd have to walk through the desert.
There you go.
Maybe flag down somebody and shoot them in the head and take their car.
There, we took a picture of this gas station. They get gas in that movie, that's accurate. I got like a bunch of Twitter followers or whatever for taking a picture at that gas station.
You know, that doesn't sound too far off from like a meme you could actually make happen. Just like, maybe not a YouTube challenge, but maybe an Instagram thing where you get teens to take... The thing is that they take their picture at a mundane location that there's nothing special about. Not so unspecial that that becomes the novelty by which it becomes special, but just any mundane place. You take your picture there, you post it. If that could get trending, that'd be interesting, and it would also have a shelf life, because eventually that spot would become too popular for the it would just be played out. You would almost get to see the popularity of this mundane abandoned gas station or whatever.
Okay, what do we got? We got Road Bikers Retreat, restaurant, stay, fast food.
So it's a restaurant and fast food, or is the restaurant fast food?
Maybe the restaurant, maybe it's not like fast food, it's just like you get your food fast.
They got an official garage.
Yeah, they have a garage over here.
Yeah, so
and apparently this was the restaurant at some point. You can actually see a little bit of the interior here. Can you
get out of your car?
You cannot get out of your car.
That's a shame.
You can kinda see in there though.
That's why I prefer Simpsons Hit and Run to Simpsons Road Rage.
Yeah. Also, there was like a... Let's get a good angle on it here. There's like a Coke can. Yeah, that's a can that says just cola. There's a milk carton, some beer cans, and like a water bottle, but it's like a milk bottle.
It looks like, it looks kind of like a bottle of bleach.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So, not the weirdest thing in this game, honestly. Like, I'm sure everybody's seen those articles with the pictures by now of just the insane signs in this, which we'll probably run across because we're stopping at any town we see.
Yep, that'll be one aspect of entertainment that you could possibly derive from this. If you want a lot of entertainment, go see Ant-Man and the Wasp. Boy, there's some fun action in that.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I like that they reference that he slept for 3 days straight after growing big in Germany in Civil War.
Okay, we've got...
TV, tubs, showers,
refrigeration, vacancy, office, and then just a big badge. Oh, there's
the highway symbol.
Yeah, there's some graffiti up here.
Gronk
Yeah, Gronk. I can't read.
B-E-N.
Yeah, somebody else can decipher what that says. This sign is just empty. There's nothing on this sign. Oh, there it is. Motor Motel. It's that place that Brad Pitt was directing them to in True Romance. The Motor Safari Motel. We got another unreadable sign up here. We got a restaurant. Motel exit restaurant.
They're just taking advantage of all that space on that sign.
Yep.
Putting everything in there.
We got leaks and then the fucking thing.
Leeks and It's
Leand and Ame Dish. Super Shop Food Market Restaurant.
Mexican and American.
How much does the gasoline cost?
93?
93.
93? 95.
95.
Maybe that's the type of gas.
Yeah, that makes more sense. 95. Restaurant grocery room 666. 93 degree. 93 star.
I think that's like how unleaded is 89.
Yeah. It's very obvious note they never expected anyone to actually look at any of this shit.
Yeah, but at least they let you stop and look at it if you want.
Yeah. Hey, we got a town. We're coming up on a town. Here we go. This is, where are we at? We are in... Oh, this has to be, sometimes the town names don't load in. That's a thing I've noticed. But yeah, this is that one in between the two, like, the first one. Not Flagstaff, which is where we're going. Not Winslow. Kingman. This is Kingman. Get out of the way! They always dodge you, just in the nick of time.
They're really good at dodging.
They're really good at dodging. Like, we're just gonna harass this guy for a second.
Like, I play...
It just sort of nudges him out of the way if you hit him.
I play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas a lot, and those pedestrians will dive in front of the car.
Main Street, dessert drugs.
Wait, back up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Ant-Man reference, back it up, back it up, back it up. Look at this little folder, whatever it's called, the back of it. It's got You Rare, and a picture of Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, like fake Kate McKinnon. And that appears to be like a plane just sort of flying straight up.
Is that a person, like, reaching up towards it, I think?
That might be.
Wait, what's that coffee shop called?
Star Roger Coffee. They take EBT. That's nice. And they sell cameras there.
So you can't beat our prices.
Yeah, you sell cameras at this coffee shop.
Main Street Drug.
Western Art Gallery, 530 seat capacity. That's a lot of fucking people for a drugstore.
Established 1983, since 1931.
And okay, just a second.
It's like something out of a Stephen King time travel.
Over on the left, we have Main Street Drug. But then over on the right, we also have two other Main Street dessert drugs.
Dessert drug.
Yeah.
The after dinner ibuprofen.
And then here's another. Man, these Star Rogers are just like you can't walk a block without hitting a Star Roger these days.
Is that best supposed to be like a Wing Street?
At least they all sell cameras.
What are their hours? All right. Is there any
8:30 a.m. to 7:30? That's
Friday.
reasonable.
They're open 8 to 6.
Actually, that's a little bit late to be opening a coffee shop.
And then Saturday they're open 9 a.m. to 12:30 a.m., which I guess means they're closed on Sundays except for the first half hour.
The first half hour they're open. And then here's another drugstore. This one is at least marked. No, this is another Main Street drugstore. Main Street Drugs. The entire Main Street is just covered in drugstores.
Does that say Pizza Sonic?
It might say Pizza Sonic.
It says Pizza Sonic.
Yeah, Pizza Sonic. This is a mall.
Regeneracy, Kid and All.
Yeah, Kid and All.
White Bands.
The White Bands. Skate. 9 Dimension.
Alessandra and Division.
Yeah. I wonder if Division is a reference to The Division. Also in this mall, there's a Best. There's the Pizza Sonic. And there's the fruit store. Get my fruit computer. And there's a donkey just hanging out.
Does the donkey dodge or will...
You're gonna find out.
There's some people in that backyard just
Get back here, donkey. Yeah.
having a beer.
Ah! Nowhere to run, assholes! They both look like the most like. Look at that guy in the hoodie's face. Let's get him to turn around here. Look at that guy's face.
One hop this time.
There we go.
Slide to the right.
Get right up on this guy. I hate the camera controls in this game. There, look at that guy's face.
He looks like that guy that looks like John Berthal's dad.
Yeah.
What's his name? From Miami Blues.
Oh man, I was hoping to ruin some kid's fucking day. Fuck your mail, though. Okay, this is a very small town. This is... I bet you Kingman is much bigger than this. There's another Best over there.
So that seems to be like the burger place.
Yeah, there's another Pizza Sonic.
Pizza Sonic, though.
Pizza Sonic right here?
I want to eat at a Pizza Sonic.
Oh, there's a statue just in the middle of this.
In the middle of some yards.
And then another U-Rare thing. This time it's a billboard. And that's like a fake UPS truck.
I like it.
Alright, let's get out of this one-horse town. Fucking Kingsman. The Secret Service. Dodge this!
Oh! So, I'm just gonna...
Oh, hey, there's a drive-in theater. Oh, it's a drive-in restaurant up here. Hey!
So I've decided that it would be more entertaining if I just try and read the French words and I'm just gonna read them as I see them, just like I do with every English word.
Oh, the Halsbury store. I love the Halsbury store.
Drink Halsbury store. It's got fruit.
You can't drive through that fence.
No, go at it again. I think you might be able to. You broke like 30% of it off. Keep going.
Yeah. We're gonna get through this fence. I will, if it's the last thing I fucking do.
It's telling you that you could break through it.
It's not letting me through.
No. There's a crack there in the second. Yeah, you can. That crack wasn't there before. Just keep at it. Okay. Le pain, bien sweet. That's one. Simple but oh so
Hey!
Yeah. Everyone here has their... This is from the 10 Things I Hate and Love About France thing. Just in case people forgot that I was intending on doing it, I am.
This is the first train I've ever seen, so we're taking a detour to see if I can get in front of this train and get hit by it.
Alright. I'm going to look away and read my article. All you have to do is follow the damn train. Everyone here has their corner boulangerie that they swear is the best. Bad bread is simply not tolerated. J'ai galéré pour trouver du pain pendant la vacances. Having spent the entire month of August in the city, I shared her struggle. Bakery... Who's her? There's no...
Here we go!
Whoa, no!
It's like Back to the Future Part 3! I'm gonna just hit reverse as hard and brake as hard as I can.
We're gonna slow down this train.
And see if I can stop this train!
Yeah, you're doing it! I think. Maybe I'm getting tricked by that.
It's pushing me off! God damn it. Oh well. At least I can now confirm trains exist in this game, which I could not before because I had seen the tracks, but never the trains. It's like that old saying, always a train track, never a train.
Having spent the entire month of August in the city, I shared her struggle. Bakeries, restaurants, shops, literally everything shuts down. She told me how she was forced to go to Paul for her... Again, so there's this woman that this person
has not been established yet.
She is only identifiable as this quote, which is a French sentence, and then identified as her. She told me how she was forced to go to Paul, a person's name, for her bread in August when just about everything was closed, including her beloved boulangerie. So shut down, I'm assuming that like they shut down for the month, maybe?
Also, I assume a boulangerie is somewhere you go to get bread.
Yeah. She was not impressed, but admitted that the bread in Monoprix is acceptable in a pinch. C'est potable. And there's a picture of some bread on a wooden shelf with a stone wall.
Yep. You got the Twins restaurant here.
And the little Pizza Sonic sticker that got scratched off.
It used to be a Pizza Sonic, but they lost their franchise.
So, an interesting thing to do with this, because obviously they made this for driving a lot, and not so much for the world building, is they could make it so that there's like a modding community that can actually build the towns and inject them with some personality and uniqueness. And wow, these ones go through like they're nothing.
Okay, this is what I assume from its location is Flagstaff, Arizona. So we've done the first part of our trip.
Ba-na-na-na.
Okay, the next part is less. The next two parts are less specific. It's just New Mexico, and then they're heading to Washington, D.C. So, we're going to just head from here.
Way north to New Mexico.
Yeah. To...
Well, we should stop at the Grand Canyon.
We should stop at the Grand Canyon.
Or at least go through it, because New Mexico's probably up there, too.
Yeah, there's the Grand Canyon. We're going to set that waypoint, and then what do we got here?
There seems to be a bridge there.
Yeah. This is just some weird place for driving. All the way over here is Dallas or Austin? It's not telling me.
It's not
populating the names.
Not possible. Dallas, Tennessee.
Is this meant to be...
Yeah, the names are not showing up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Let's open filters.
Oh,
Maybe
is it because you took
It's because I turned off filters,
yeah.
Man, is there a way to turn on just, like, the names? Doesn't look like it. Damn.
Number 2, the wine. A decent bottle will cost you around €3. €3! If that's not enough to convince you to indulge, French people will tell you that a glass with dinner is good for the digestion. Plus, it just makes the food taste better. Another Madame Blot-ism. And then some pictures of some wine. A picture of 4 bottles of wine. 3, the year-round outdoor markets. Sure, we have outdoor markets in the U.S., but they aren't as embedded into the culture as they are here. For more on mastering the art of the French market, read this post. 4, the charming old buildings. Everywhere you look, there's a stunning structure, inside and out. I have a thing for ornate staircases and doors. 5, being able to walk everywhere. Who needs a car when you can walk to work with this view? So it's less about the actual ability to be ambulatory everywhere and more just like, it's pretty.
I don't know what this place is. Like, some of the names are showing up, some ain't. Like, I can now see, like, here's Flagstaff.
So, more love than hate on this article so far. So, 6 is lunchtime. I'm not necessarily talking about the food itself here. See items number 1, 2, and 3. What I mean is the way the French make an event out of each repas. Food matters are taken very seriously and mealtime is practically sacred. French people don't snack, but when it's time to eat, you can bet they are seated at a proper table where they take a few hours to relax and enjoy every bite.
I'm guessing this might be Phoenix. This or this. Which, God, like, we're, God, what's the capital of New Mexico? We saw a New Mexico place earlier, didn't we?
Yeah,
we saw Santa Fe, right?
Yeah, and that's definitely Arizona or New Mexico.
Yeah, like here or here.
Is that like Burning Man, that big camel?
No, that's like one of the HQs. This whole game is kind of Burning Man. Anyway, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it later.
That makes the map make sense.
Yeah. We will head to the Grand Canyon now.
The vacation, work-life balance.
Yeah.
Seriously, 5 weeks is the legal minimum amount of vacation. 5 weeks. 8 Sundays. Speaking of work-life balance, the French give a whole new meaning to the day of rest. They go for walks, they have long family lunches, they linger at cafes, they just enjoy. And why not? You have an entire week to run around. Sundays are for relaxing. Say what you will about being productive on the weekend, but lazy Sundays sure beat grocery shopping and laundry in my book. Also, raclette parties. And Nope, the Lazy Sunday link does not take you to the YouTube music video. Number 9, the train. I have a love-hate relationship. Here we get some additions of dirt with SNCF. More on that later. Being able to take the train just about anywhere is incredibly convenient, especially when you don't have a car. 1 hour and you find yourself in a new city and it feels like you could be in a different country. Plus, it's so much more pleasant than flying. Number 10, the language. Only the French can make even the concept of a pop-up bar sound romantic. La bar éphémère are all the rage in Paris right now. Such a beautiful, complicated language that makes even the most mundane idea sound sophisticated and cool.
Okay, it's telling you. This is where it's telling me to go, but there's no road here. This is like not a road. It's telling me to go through this fence.
That's where the waypoint is, but there's a bridge on the map to the west.
Nope, we are following the waypoint.
Well, okay, to be fair, we do have a car that can turn into a boat.
Yeah,
we want to test the...
Here, we're gonna just have to sort of...
Let's turn into a plane to get out of this sticky situation.
Not enough space.
I can't transform, Michael.
Here we go. We're playing now.
This is a pretty shit takeoff, man. You should have thought about this. Oh, we're doing it!
Yeah! Hey, all right.
Now back to car.
We're just gonna get to the Grand Canyon via plane here. We'll show off some of what this game can do, even if it goes outside of the stuff.
Maybe there was a scene where they drop LSD. To sum it up, France is pretty great, but it's not all baguettes and rosé wine, people. There are some aspects of the culture that aren't so easy to learn.
Oh, this is it. This has to be the Grand Canyon right here, right?
Yep. There's a photo op nearby.
Yeah.
There's some aspects of the culture that aren't so easy to love. So with that, I give you 10 things I hate about living in France. Okay, here we get the hate. Number 1, the massive racism, I assume. I assume French people are quite racist. The complaining, much like this list, French people complain a lot. That was a pretty sweet transition. This is what I'm fucking talking about. That's exactly what I wanted to see. The plane dissolve, turn into a car, and continue to drive.
Fuck.
Ah, shit.
Okay. I'm gonna do something here. Just again, really.
Let's do that again, because we all know it's gonna look pretty cool. Number 2, anything administrative. Even what should be the simplest to-dos, like setting up your utilities or applying for an apartment, become extremely long and complicated processes, undoubtedly involving a dossier that contains... Dossier is... Dossier is italicized, like... let me just check. Every other French word in this article. So even though it's bilingual... They're just kind of showing off at this point.
Like, hey, I know a French word.
Yeah, every French word except for the quote from her, the woman who is not established, is italicized. Undoubtedly involving a dossier that contains an alarming number of official documents. Number 3, the lines, especially at the grocery store, post office, and the dressing room at Zara. Going into the grocery store is never a quick in-and-out deal here. Oh no, so just prepare yourself for one open cash register and a line that winds through the store. 4, getting dressed up to run the smallest errand. Sometimes I just want to wear sweatpants to run to the grocery store, okay? It's more of a self-imposed thing. I think if I went to France, you could walk with a swaggerous gait that would take you in sweatpants.
Yeah, I did it! Pulled it off!
I get a little worried there. We started going sideways.
Yeah. Now we're in a fucking boat.
There's that bridge I was trying to tell you about. Skirt! Holy shit!
Okay, let's get back on fucking course here.
That was...
I'm going to assume that... Santa Fe, New Mexico, right there.
Hey.
So we're just gonna go due north here till we hit the road, and then I will switch back.
Oh, please switch back
to a car.
From the highest point possible. Like,
alright, I can do that.
The opening of Furious 7. Or not the opening, the car chase. The mountain. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we'll get...
The opening of the Fast and Furious 7 trailer.
We'll do a vertical up, we'll hit this nitro, we'll get there as fast as we can.
Nitro on a plane, I love it. Number 5, the concept, this one's the most words of any of these article list items. Number 5, the concept of customer service doesn't exist. Or, at least it doesn't exist in the same way that it does in the States. Every time I go to a restaurant or shop here, I get the feeling that the person working there is doing me some kind of favor by helping me. In restaurants, the tip is always included in the bill, so I have the server go out of his or her way. The situation in a shop is a little different, but the feeling is the same. Picture the following scenario. You're shopping a store like Monoprix, and you're ready to check out. By some miracle, you spot a cash register with no line. So you make a beeline with your cart. Then you notice the cashier is not alone, but deep in conversation with another employee. You are expected to wait until they finish the conversation, even if it lasts for several minutes. I get it, but at the same time, like, isn't that kind of fun? Isn't that, like, okay, a good employee should be able to maintain a conversation and check you out.
Yeah.
In equal breath. Because then it's like a...
Also, somebody who works customer service, that just sounds like a dream to me. Like, I want to be there.
Like, having the conversation, or like, what? Just
hey,
watching?
Having the conversation, just like, fuck you, customers,
fuck this customer. Yeah, so consider moving to France to work in a shop if you want to just, like, take it out on the French, all the pent-up frustration at American customers. The cashier will then address you with a bonjour, at which point you can proceed with your checkout. Attempting to cut this exchange short will earn you a sharp retort and a dirty look at the very least. Okay, this is...
Okay, we're getting up high enough that my engine's starting to die.
Fair. We are also reaching the peak of this fucking list. Number 6, there is dog poop literally everywhere you walk. Strangely enough, there seems to be some sort of dog poop radar.
Here we go!
Okay.
I am just fucking cranking the gas. I still have control of what way I'm pointing, too. So, oh god.
Are we sure that we're on top of the road?
No, we are 100% not on top of the road, but that's okay. That is okay.
Yeah!
I don't think I can do this. Nope, I could. Nice. Okay, and we've found some kind of road. It's still giving me the waypoint as if I was driving the plane, though.
Oh, shit. I think you killed a rabbit.
Probably.
Unless the rabbit could dodge.
This is not the correct car anymore, by the way, because for some reason it won't let me change my favorite vehicle. So we're going to just real quick... You know what, we're going to... This is now changed. This is now Easy Cruiser. We're now just going to go on a motorcycle across country. If I can not run it off a cliff.
I'm trying to think of... Crew Wild Angels?
Yes.
Wild
Hogs, the video game.
The Wild Crew of One?
Rebel Without a Crew?
Yeah.
Is he a motorcycle guy in that movie? I don't remember.
Yeah. It's basically the... It's like...
Just sort of reset our waypoint here, because the game has freaked out and doesn't realize we are in a different type of vehicle. Okay. Nope.
Actually, that's a good question. I don't know if Rebel without a... I assume he has a motorcycle, but he could also...
It feels like he should, right? Like...
Rebel without a car. Just look at some images. I'm pretty sure, because it's like the Wild One is like a movie from the decade prior, and it's also about motorcycles, but all I'm seeing is James Dean in that jacket. This picture makes him look like he
has like a leather jacket, right? Like,
doesn't he look like Jason Lee in that picture?
Yeah, he does. It's like, I guess that's not really a motorcycle jacket. That's just sort of like a...
Yeah, it's a cool leather
jacket. I'm a cool guy jacket.
Okay, there's a picture of him sitting on the hood of a car. There's a picture of him with a car in the background. There's no pictures of him actually operating any vehicle. But
It's because of the James Dean curse. Every vehicle he was in, everyone died.
okay, so I'm assuming that it's about a car. He's a rebel with a car.
Well, that doesn't work for our pun then. Crew of Anarchy?
Torque crew?
Krork?
We just gotta change vehicles when we get to the next step.
Yeah.
Get back on track. So, anyway.
Also, this game still doesn't realize, like, I'm on a road on a non-airplane. Or it's just like, there's no way to get to there from here, which seems like a massive oversight if true. Oh god!
Boat! Boat!
It's too late.
I'd have that button fucking ready.
It's harder than you would expect. Like,
let's try it one more time.
there, I did it.
Right, and now we can turn into a plane to get up onto that bridge, and then turn back into a car.
We're gonna just get to like a main road, I think, before we turn back into a car. We're gonna hang a left. We're gonna take a detour through. Let's see.
I mean, there's that main highway.
Yeah, we'll go to this main highway. Now we just gotta remember to go north from here.
So, back to France being covered in dog shit. There seems to be some sort of dog poop radar that is acquired after a certain amount of time. That's right. I was walking with a friend once who introduced me to this special talent. As we walked, we inevitably approached a pile of dog poop right in the middle of the sidewalk. Just as I was about to alert my friend who was looking down at her phone at that moment, I noticed her expertly sidestep the danger zone without even looking up. Oh, I want to know more. That's the end of that paragraph. I want to know what their like policies are or lack thereof.
Maybe it's like San Francisco, where the entire city is just covered in shit.
Like that's not acceptable. Maybe it's to balance the smells of like the cheese and the wine
And the
like,
people.
The people. The dog
Take
poop,
that, French!
The dog poop covers up the smell emitted by all the people. Like, oh, what's that? It's not me. It must be the dog shit. Number 7, or it could be this: all the smoke. I'm not sure on the numbers, but most French people I know are smokers. So different from the U.S., where it's rare to find people my age who smoke.
Well, we have to stop at Monument Valley, right? Because we're right here.
Yeah, I guess so. And we can see the town from here, I think.
That's a different town, I'm pretty sure.
8, shops are closed on Sundays. Sometimes I need to run to the store and my only day to do it is Sunday. We didn't get the drop.
No.
The SNCF is number 9. If you've ever experienced train travel in France, chances are you've encountered some sort of strike/delay, mysterious incident that causes your train to be delayed for an amount of time that is indéterminé or just canceled altogether. So I'm getting the sense that this is just trains in Europe in general, because I know that British trains are also shit in this department.
I gotta say, from this list, like, this guy seems real boring. Like, I don't really give a fuck about any of these things he likes or doesn't, and I don't know who other than us on the stream would ever, like, read this list.
Yeah.
Like, who's the target audience guy?
It's not even that funny. The dog shit thing's funny, but it leaves much to be desired. Even more maddening is the fact that they rarely can give you an accurate time estimate, let alone tell you what's going on. Once on a train from Montpellier to Lyon, we were stopped for 3 hours, and to this day I still don't know why. That's pretty fucking funny. Number 10, lack of public toilets. And I would explain why there's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Every time I leave the house, this is always a top concern. In the U.S., bathrooms are abundant and free of charge. And I moved to France and realized this is not necessarily the case. I remember when I first moved to Montpellier, and being utterly mystified. I can hear that word pronounced properly in my head, but I can't make it come out of my mouth. Surely the grocery store must have a bathroom somewhere. What does everyone else do? Are all French people just walking around dehydrated so they don't have to go? To be fair, this has gotten better in recent years. How? the last sentence is "but still," so I don't know how it has gotten better in recent years. Do they have like public pay toilets? Like,
there's just this little tiny
in France
trailer park in the middle of Monument Valley with more of those fences that are like way too strong.
Based on what I remember from oh shit, I forget the guy's name. Remy, the prankster slash soccer ball trick guy on YouTube. I want to say his name, but I can't think of it. I can't think of the last name. I forget.
LeBeau. Remy LeBeau.
My head is just putting Remy LaCroix, the porn star. It's Remy something, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's done some pranks with like some public toilets. So I know that there are like public, like
Gambit don't need no toilet to shit. Gambit shit where he wants shit.
He could probably, Gambit can probably throw his shit and make it explode.
First you charge the shit, then you blow it up. Gambit save his shit for his fetish activity.
There you have it, some of the best and worst aspects of my day-to-day life in France.
Yeah, I expected Monument Valley to be, like, cooler here, but, like, this is nothing.
Just take a plane to the top of one of those tombstones.
Yeah.
How to turn almost any food into a salad. Just add lettuce and voila.
I just ran right through that bald eagle, but it didn't get, like, turned into nothing by my propeller.
It's because it's a fucking bald eagle, man. It's charged up with the invincibility of the American dream.
Okay, so I'm gonna be very careful here. We're gonna get above this thing.
Oh yeah, you can't just jump out like in GTA or
slow down and cart.
Yes! Powerful brakes. I would do this in the original Star Wars Battlefront for the PS2 that had the Tatooine Dune Sea level. You could get in one of those flying craft if you were the...
This is the way to do this, right? So we can see the sheer panic.
Yeah.
The driver as we do this to her. Wow, I landed it! And then hit another one!
Yeah, I guess because you can't leave the vehicle, you can't be tossed off the vehicle in a crash or anything. That is a sick bike. So, I would assume... And obviously it seems like your vehicles get muddy, but they don't get damaged.
Yeah, there's no damage in this game that I can tell.
Yeah, so there's no... So you can't really, like, fuck up too bad, which is how I knew you'd, land, like, doing the plane stunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It's nice having invincibility on.
Yeah. Alright. This looks like it's taking me to a road. If not, we're just going to be driving through the desert for a while, I guess.
See, if I was developing this game, I would make one rock that if you crashed into it, it would just burst like a bubble, or just turn into a bunch of smaller rocks and float away.
Just intentionally do that GTA swing set glitch where it's like, there's just one rock where if you run into it, it just launches you into the air at maximum speed. Just intentionally placed.
I've not heard of that.
Oh, that swing set glitch is great. It's in GTA 4.
So they already did what I basically came up with. They put some rock in the game that's just a fucking speed ramp.
Okay, we're back on a road we're close to. Got the stars out above us, we're driving.
It's a very pretty
driving, blacktop rolling.
Central Woods.
Halbrook. We're 3 miles away from our destination. So anyway, once we get to DC, we're going to finish the thing, by the way. We're not going to go to DC because I don't think DC exists in this game. But we will hit New York, at least. And then I want to show you the fucked up thing about scale in this game.
Alright. So there's a prize at the end of this for sitting through, or skipping through.
Yeah.
Whatever. But then you won't get to read this how to turn almost any food into a salad, which I'm going to teach you because Stephanie, who puts her name at the bottom of the articles, May 20, 2017, writes, "Salad season is upon us."
Wait, there's a salad season?
Yep. So late May is salad season. It's upon us. But that doesn't mean you have to stick to leafy greens. Just add them to your favorite foods and call it a salad. Here are my top 3, inspired by a few of my faves: nachos, pizza, and burgers. Sophisticated palate, I know. The nacho salad. There's always that one person that adds way too many toppings to their tortilla or taco shells, so that in the end it just ends up being a giant salad. Raise his hand. A fun twist on the taco salad: this is as good an excuse as any to eat nachos for dinner. Lay your chips, chopped veggies, beans, chicken or fish, and plenty of cheese in a parchment-covered sheet pan. Bake until cheese is melted and veggies are cooked. Pile a handful of leafy greens on top to quell any doubts that nachos qualify as an adult dinner. Drizzle with sriracha and devour. The pizza salad.
Hey, we're here.
Let's get a pizza salad.
Alright, we've got some bicycles over here. We've got 7 days markets.
There's something new over there.
Yeah, that's... a restaurant.
They got that sign exactly right with how much is burnt out. That's completely accurate. I'm trying to remember.
Car Hop.
Cars and credit to go.
Okay, this is Car Hop.
Credit to go.
There's a Star Roger Coffee, and then there's a theater.
All in the same complex. And okay, so there's a picture of a rapper.
Those are the 2 movies that are playing: the basketball movie and the rat movie.
Play something.
Yeah, play something. It's cut off.
I wonder if we could reverse image search those.
I bet you could. I bet they're all stock photos.
Is it Car Hop? What's the one that has the Cars and Credit to Go jingle?
I don't know.
It's like, I think it's either Car Hop or Car Hop. I think it's Car Hop. Let me look it up.
There's another 7 days. There's a Diners. There's another fruit store.
Yeah. Holy shit. That is Car Hop. It's like the same. The font almost. Go back to that Car Hop. It looks pretty similar. If you Google Car Hop, not only is it a waiter or waitress who brings fast food to people in their cars that drive in restaurants. Car Hop is a Car Hop of Minnesota. Get your car today. It's Car Hop. It's a car auto sales.
Again.
Auto sales and finance.
Yeah, that's the same font.
It's a little more. It's a little more cursive, but in terms of just the big C and then the lower down big H on the hop. Auto sales or finance, they're shouting out some. I think it's just a local thing.
Since we can do whatever we want, just on the way to New York now. Are we gonna go to? We won't go to Roswell.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, there's more signs directing us to where to go.
I hope there's a UFO or something.
Yeah. There's no Area 51. I looked. Like, that seems like a no-brainer, right? Like, to just put Area 51 in this game.
What if people outside of the country don't know about? What if Ubisoft France doesn't know about Area 51? Like, it's that good of a secret. Like, we know about it but don't know what it does. And then other people just don't. Like how other people don't like peanut butter in other countries.
Roswell. Okay, it's this way. We're gonna just read signs from this point on. No more waypoints.
Salad season is upon us. Oh, okay. I closed the browser after checking out Car Hop and realized that's what I was reading. The pizza salad. I could eat pizza for dinner every night of the week and never get sick of it. Okay, slight exaggeration, but for real, I probably eat pizza for dinner at least once a week. And thanks to the pile enough veggies on top and call it a salad school of thought, it's perfectly acceptable. For the weeknight express version, try a baguette pizza. 3. The baguette burger salad. Another dinner on regular rotation for me is a good old burger. Hey, someone in France has to keep those American stereotypes alive and well. I actually like to make 2 mini burgers. For a Frenchified hamburger, start with La Base steak haché from steak hash. It's not italicized, so it's not a French word.
Steak hash.
Steak hash and a piece of baguette. Then add Comte. Caramelized. Comte sounds like a classmate you had in 5th grade who's kind of an asshole, and like you antagonized him, but then you realize he's probably just going through some shit.
He's got some shit for having that name. People called him something
Conte.
that's very similar without an accent. Okay, we're following these road signs for Roswell. Let's see if they actually take us anywhere. We're getting closer, according to it. We're now 6 away instead of 8.
So, then add Comte caramelized onions, tomato, and a handful of lettuce. Don't forget the Dijon. So much flavor. Another thing I love about this version, it uses up the last lonely bit of baguette that always seems to be left. And then there's a big old paragraph that's in French. I'm not going to read it because it starts with, I assume, I, L, and then Y, and then A as 3 separate words. So it's just like, alright. Powered by Squarespace. I am almost all caught up on My Brother, and Me. I started listening to it a couple of months ago, and now I'm the only one left is the one that was posted last week.
I just don't like Justin McElroy. His brothers both seem fine, but I just don't like him. Except for his Sherlock Holmes story on the Bombcast that one time. Where at E3 he went to see like the Sherlock Holmes game they were making, and the guy was like, okay, wait, was that sign saying Roswell was left, or is it still straight? Okay, that's gotta be 0 north that's left, right? Roswell has to be...
Highway 0. We're getting close.
Central Woods. Where do you say Roswell is? Yeah, they were going, okay, it's gotta be that way. So you went to see the new Sherlock Holmes game.
We're on Highway 0.
Yes. At E3, and there's like a French guy, again, is the developer. Like, I was like, so you only play a Sherlock Holmes, so you play a Sherlock Holmes, but then Sherlock Holmes commits a murder, and Watson has to kill him, and you play the rest of the game as Watson. He's like, oh, so is that like the end of like the first mission? He's like, no, this is the big twist at the end of the game. It's like, you just told me this like in your E3 demo?
What? What? I've never heard of that game. So
I have that game. I've got all those weird Sherlock Holmes adventure games.
It came out, huh?
Yeah. They've made like 2 since then.
Huh.
They're like these weird sort of B-tier adventure games made by some weird-ass French company that are okay. There's one where he fights like Cthulhu cultists.
Alright, that's pretty good. I mean, it's Sherlock Holmes. You can just pop him into anything.
Yeah.
It's like James Bond.
Okay,
You know,
as
you
well
just
as to the left again.
You have the character and their shit, and then you just kind of put them into anything. Speaking of James Bond, we also saw Sicario 2, Day of the Soldado, Boogie Nights. I want to say that this movie agrees with the basic thing established in the first one, that Benicio del Toro is Colombian James Bond.
Yeah. That movie is also pretty good. Weird ending, though. You can tell they're setting up, like, hey, we want to do another one.
Yeah. I mean, Sony's desperate for a fucking franchise.
Yeah.
I saw, when I was searching showtimes for the movie or something, one of the headlines that came up in news was just, like, Soldado's big box office is relief for Sony or something like that. It's good news for Sony, which I'm glad. I mean, the first one's a masterpiece, and this one's also really, really good, and I'm down to see more. This second one also leaned in on, like, well, the whole point of the first one is kind of pulling the mask back on how shitty the covert operatives are.
Oh, we're here. We're at Roswell.
Yes!
I was worried because it'd been a while since there were signs, but hey.
Alright, this place is customized.
Yeah, there's a sign that says, "Do you believe?"
We do.
Yeah. There's a big, like, fucking Space Needle with the UFO.
There's a fruit cart. Another UFO.
Another UFO, but it's just on top of another Main Street dessert drugs.
Kate McKinnon again.
Oh, hey, we got Shaved Ice with an alien.
Is that the alien from that Rob Zombie album?
It looks like him. Alien Show. I'm glad they did a little bit of something here.
So these street names are just names of other cities.
Yeah.
Dallas, Central Woods. It's like
there's a radar station in a trailer park. There's just a theater that's just called UFO.
Earthlings.
Yep, UFO Museum.
What are those posters on the side? Because there were 3 posters and they all look different.
Got areas.
Area 5.
Earthlings. Oh, hey, it's the I Want to Believe posters in this game.
Nice!
Good for them.
Go on to check around the side of the theater.
Yeah, I'm going.
What are those?
UFO? Ask us!
Hashtag ask us.
There's another fruit thing.
So I think with these street names, they kind of just like...
UFO Museum and Information Center, next door north.
They did like a search and replace function.
Yeah.
Just, mix them up.
This is good. This is like, do you believe we do? Parking, research library, and gift shop, another UFO. This is good. I like this. I like that they did this.
Yeah, I was going to ask earlier how detailed the bigger cities like Vegas are.
Well, we'll get to one of them here because we're eventually gonna hit up fucking. See, because like there's no Washington, there's New York. That's not Washington? No, there's Washington,
okay,
isn't it?
It's just called Washington.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so we gotta just sort of. We were in Santa Fe already.
Gotta go north again.
You gotta just go north. We'll go northwest. We'll maybe go to Amarillo.
What's that city up there?
This one?
Yeah.
St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis gets in the fucking game, but we don't.
Whatever. They got a merch. There's not, Cherry and the Spoon, maybe. Certainly on all their gift shop stuff.
Is New Orleans? I think this is New Orleans here.
New Orleans.
Yeah. Because there's the Bayou. Alright, so we're probably gonna head through Amarillo here, most likely. Gonna go north. Fuck your table.
That's a pretty sweet space needle. Is that a thing in Roswell?
It's gotta be, right? Like
I'm gonna look that up because that's pretty cool. I would like to visit that if that's a real thing. Roswell, New Mexico, Spire.
This guy's screen name is CN404 not found, and that's pretty great. Man, these telephone poles come down like they're nothing.
Roswell. Nope, that's pictures of the event. New Mexico. Monument.
Look for like Roswell skyline.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that next. There's some statues of dudes on horses. Obviously, it's not a super dinky town like that, but there is a skyline. Yeah, no, I don't see any sort of space needle, but with the UFO. Wait. There's something in the far background of this fucking photo, and I hate Google Images now because you have to click through on mobile to be able to see the actual
that's
photo.
so dumb.
Okay, maybe it's not.
Yeah, that's that.
That might be a thing.
I do like that when you hit a telephone pole. Here, let me do.
No, wait. I think that is just this building. It's just a marquee from the other angle. Yeah, so Roswell's got some alien stuff. Obviously, there's a.
That's probably the theater we saw.
That's a pretty damn sweet McDonald's.
That is a pretty sweet McDonald's. You can see the wires fall when you hit one of these guys.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So this game, as far as I know, has invented a very cool monument in Roswell, New Mexico, that does not exist in real life, and I would like it to because it's pretty cool. It doesn't even need to. It could be a statue. It doesn't even be a thing you can go inside. So is there there is multiplayer in terms of people?
Oh yeah. The world it's like all the Ubisoft games where it's just like, hey, we just dumped a bunch of people into this world. So and then the events are instanced. If you have like a crew together, you can drop in with them and like do all the events. So you can play this entire game basically multiplayer.
So we could find somebody as a GTO to
race against. I don't think there's a GTO in this game. Because I looked for because there's no because their car is in it. Maybe there's that's in there, and I don't think there's any AMC cars in it.
Man, doing this drive though, it'd be pretty cool to do a 2-lane blacktop road trip.
Yeah. Not
the actual trip that they do, but just do a straight shot road trip just for the purpose of driving.
Oh hey, this is somewhere. We're gonna just take the quickest path. Photo walls nearby. Pink. What's that of? Oh, they want us to find a flamingo.
Pink seems to be the new obsession. Find a tall pink bird.
Sure, I'll accept that. If we see a big flamingo, we'll go to it.
Obsession.
There's a big solar farm out there.
You're basically just chasing fads. I'll take my picture here. That'll get me a lot of followers.
Yeah, a lot of followers.
Again, just pick a mundane spot, go there, take a picture. Nothing too distinct about the picture, but it's just post it on Instagram, say, I finally got out here and got the picture at this location. And then you just encourage other people to do it, and maybe it catches on. I do have a friend who gets 30 to 40 likes on posts, so maybe if I can convince them to do it. If I can find a location, all I gotta do is nail down a location and then use them and anyone else.
Oh, there's some guys flying up there, doing some skywriting shit.
Floyd and Gordon.
And Judy something. Judy and Curtis. Those might be AI, because they all have generic names. Alright, so we got the Regeneracy over here.
Don't like that name for a fast food place.
Let's see if we can figure out what city this is. I think it might be Amarillo. But I don't know what Amarillo looks like if it is in real life, so...
So it's gotta be and it's gotta be out in the country, but in the middle of a highway, or it's just some place that you actually have to go out. Well, no, it shouldn't be. It should be just outside of town.
Fruits and vegetables grocery store 666. Then bulked? Blacked? Okay, the site that one meme is from?
Yeah,
with Piper Paris and then the 6 black guys around her while she's sitting on the couch?
That just reminds me, I'm gonna go look
Hardware Patent Glass?
Remy Gaillard. That's his name. Speaking of porn stars. Remy Gaillard.
Alright, we're gonna just look, we're gonna cheat. I think it's Amarillo.
Yep. Amarillo.
Okay, so we're gonna just sort of... Oh, Nashville is in this game. That's weird. We're gonna set the thing, and we're gonna go to Nashville just to see what that looks like. I wonder if Music Row is in this fucking thing.
On the map there, it looked like a smaller place than Amarillo.
Yeah.
I wonder if
I bet it's only Music Row. If Music Row is in this game, that's all.
They're not gonna have shit. What's the name of that Greek place? The Greek temple that they recreated.
What's the place they stop in the road trip episode of The Simpsons? When Bart gets his driver's license so they can watch because Nelson likes that fucking singer.
Oh yeah, Andy. Shit.
Yeah, I know it's the guy who sang Moon River.
Yeah.
Andy Williams.
Yeah, they drive through. Oh, is
Branson, Missouri to see Andy Williams.
Dad says it's like Vegas if it was run by Ned Flanders.
Oh, we got the cattle ranch over here. I wonder if that's a fucking whorehouse.
Wait, so we're in Amarillo, but that street sign up the way says.
Yeah, if
Amarillo.
You want to go around back, this is. This is definitely a whorehouse.
Large Horn Hotel.
Yeah, the Fortune Hotel, the Bronco Hotel, the Cowshed Hotel, the Target Express Hotel.
If you go there, you got to clean up your own cowshed.
Yeah. And then there's another hardware, paint, and glass. This is the third one.
Pony
and the
Hotel.
Pony Hotel. Yeah, let's get out of here. This is...
I like connotations on that last one.
Yeah.
There's a picture of Adele's latest album.
Yeah. She lost a lot of weight.
You got it up there.
I have to go back and watch the slow motion instant replay.
Yeah, you left a lot of cowshed back there. Yeah, Remingard does pranks. So yeah, they go see Andy Williams. I didn't think he was gonna do Moon River, but then bam, second encore.
Which is also a great joke just in and of itself, because that was Andy Williams' one hit. Of course he's going to do that song.
That's a new depth I did not know about.
Yeah. Okay, so you see on my mini-map in the right, there's that like glowing white circle? That's another player. Like, it's pointing to him here, too. Like, we could... There he is, ACP.
Ooh, sweet hot rod.
Yeah, he's got like a... He's got the fucking... Yeah, the monster, the Red Bull Dune Buggy. He's phased, just like Ghost, in Ant-Man and the Wasp. In theaters now. This stream sponsored by Ant-Man and the Wasp. Marvel, the 10th year anniversary.
Oh man, what I like about this movie, apparently it cost less to make than the first one. They had like the things that they did the first time that they're doing again, they really kind of did the proper sequel treatment to, like the de-aging effect. They, you know, hey, you guys remember this? Well, we're gonna look how good we are at it. Just look. And they did it.
They were cheating though, because they were doing it to Michelle Pfeiffer, and like she doesn't look her age at all.
Yeah, but Fishburne in that flashback.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
That was a good Fishburne.
They're just showing off that technology. The first time it was, look how good we are at this, and this is just reminding you we're very, very good at this. And the ants, like the giant ants, the CGI and texture on the giant ants looked incredible.
I love that the second after credit scene completely undercuts the first one.
It's still got that terrifying dread too.
Yeah,
even if it balances
it
interestingly with a nice little sort of slow whiplash of comedy, just to remind you that like, hey, this movie is generally funny.
Beyond every great delivery, something.
Which is a quote that. Which is a quote.
And then spring is here, so is our new collection from Runners. But you can't actually see any clothing in that.
Yeah, they're not even wearing shoes.
Yeah.
They're jumping into a lake.
Yes. Maybe it's a place that sells swimsuits.
Maybe. But again, they're not. Maybe it's a tease. Just a little tease.
Yeah. Maybe they sell feet.
That You Rare billboard looks just like that one Adele cover. I think.
It's very similar.
I look at it and I think Adele.
Yeah, like the thing about that last was like the fucking just the from the emergency broadcast stuff.
Yeah, it's a nice, like, terrifying little look at that situation.
I hope we get a good amount of something in the Marvel Universe showing off, like, that time frame in between, like, the end of this movie and when it's inevitably reversed in the next one.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe some sort of Captain Marvel thing, maybe, but just her flying, like, on the way there.
Yeah. Oh, this is fun, by the way.
Oh my god! Yeah. That's super satisfying.
Yeah, you can do it with these guys, too. Yeah.
Oh man, someone turned that into a GIF.
Yeah, like the sound, I think, is what makes it. It's just very pleasing.
If they could just load that up for like 10 miles.
Just a map that's just covered in these things, like that Doom map.
That's just soothing.
There's that weird thing again. There's a trailer park over here. We're seeing some other cars on the road. Not like nearly as many as you'd expect. Like, I feel like there should be more cars in this game. I guess they don't want to, like, slow you down by giving you that much cross-traffic, though.
Oh, and the other thing was the Louise story. Because they knew going into it that everybody was hyped for the next Louise story. What's that going to be like in the sequel? And so they lube it up. They really have this incredible build-up to the Louise story that is natural and organic in the story because it involves characters that haven't met Louise, and it's just this great, like, you can feel it coming. You're like, yes, it's going to happen, and it's going to be unleashed. And then it does, and it's great, and they just have that flashback with that wig. That was a big laugh. Yeah, this movie had a lot of audience laughter in it.
I also hope if they make a third one, we get, like, way more Michelle Pfeiffer. I also like that they gave her powers in this one from being in the quantum realm that are, like, not just the Wasp, so she can do some different shit.
Yeah.
Okay, diesel is $4.20, regular is $3.50. That's reasonable. Those are, like, reasonable, like, kind of expensive gas prices.
American petrol.
Yeah, it's like the Super America. We wouldn't call it petrol, but good try.
It could be an immigrant who's opened American pet. So it's like American football. Mm-hmm. They say over there. Here we would have to call petrol American petrol.
That's just another 7 days. This is just a weird little tiny place out in the middle of nowhere, huh?
A lot of deer.
Yeah. Oh, we're almost to Nashville, though. So this must be the outskirts of Nashville. They made most of Nashville suburbs.
There's a stadium?
Yeah. So, yeah, some kind of stadium. There's another fruit place. The East Arena.
I'm going to look it up and see if that is called the East Arena.
We've got, like... Here, let's get a better view of this. Biotechs.
The Biotech's East Arena. Nope. Let's see. East
oh god,
Arena,
I'm stuck on
Nashville.
There we go. I want to get far enough away to read
Arena
what
Avenue.
is.
Okay, what's the sports arena in Nashville called? Actually, then.
There's a football man. And it says White Bands. Okay, the White Bands are a sports team.
Maybe.
I'm
or
guessing.
It's a brand.
Yeah, who sponsor a sports team.
So there's the Tennessee State Fairgrounds Sports Arena. There's the Pro Bull Riding PBR. Kesha and Macklemore. Okay, these are events. Bridgestone Arena Tower.
Okay, there's a music shop, so that's how you know it's Nashville. There's a music shop here.
Boy, I don't know Nashville.
You can see inside it, and they sell cell phones. It's all cell phones and hi-fis. So good for them.
Saying they're Nashville men as well as these guys do.
Make something.
Noise.
Make noise. Okay.
That guy's the picture of that guy is very uncomfortable by that
Riverboat.
I think, yeah, so there's a replica of the Parthenon in Nashville or just outside of Nashville. Probably not in this game, but you'd think it'd be pretty easy to put in the game.
Yeah.
It's just the Parthenon.
Trying to find, like, their they just gotta be their downtown area. I don't see Music Row anywhere.
And unlike the the remains of the Parthenon in Greece, the Tennessee Parthenon has a replica of, like, the golden statue of Athena inside of it. So it's basically like, here's what the Parthenon did look like in its prime.
Yeah, there is no Music Row. It would be that main street. It must have been.
Oh, I think we're near the Flamingo.
No, it's just, oh yeah, we must be.
Or a different photo op.
Yeah. Like, there's several that are like, hey, just any pink flamingo will work. It's like somebody must have one in their yard somewhere here. that was a good jump.
Yeah, that was
okay.
one minute time.
Let's see where we're at, where we're going. Okay, if you were, you'd be able to see the Parthenon from this view. I'm not seeing it.
It's such a tiny Nashville.
Yeah, it's a very small Nashville.
Yeah.
Alabama Steam Plant, Space Industries. Okay, so we're gonna head up to Washington. Where is the White House?
Shucky Ducky.
The Capitol grounds.
Could you ride a boat through the?
You probably can.
Let's fuck around. Let's fuck around in Washington.
Yeah, where's the White House?
The White House is President's Park. I think so.
The White House.
Pretty. Yeah, because he's East-West Wing.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, we're gonna. This final leg of our journey. Maybe we'll head up to New York, just to see like a bigger city too. And it's doing that weird thing where it doesn't read that I'm in a car again. So we'll find our own way.
We'll wing it.
You can see it on the screen, so we'll.
So like, what happens when you crash into cars at high speeds?
That.
All right.
It beat up the front of my car a little bit. See if I can jump this river. Nope.
You just got to turn into a boat before you go off the cliff because it's not that far of a drop. So we're like right now. Yeah. Oh, that sound was satisfying. It had that nice little gap, perfectly timed gap.
There we Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing transformed our way across that river. Now we're back to a road. Let's take a look at the map. Let's take us there. Okay, we just gotta get on this, like take a left when we get to the Mixmaster up here.
That is also very satisfying. These billboards are pretty bad. First of all, they're poorly placed, and second of all, just from an advertising standpoint, they're not big enough. Which is a problem that I see on actual real-life billboards. So maybe it's accurate. Oh, I see. You're supposed to wait, but you're not supposed to read them from there.
Yeah, that's. Oh, hey, it's the Sportsman from before.
White bands. I assume
from
it's like
the ground to the top. Yeah, it's got to be Nikes. So that was the Nike movie they were showing at that theater before.
I'd buy it. That's basically what Uncle Drew is, from what I understand. I've said it before. When that movie hits Netflix, I'm watching it. Anytime, any way that I could watch Uncle Drew for free, I'm going to check it out because I'm just so curious about it.
Oh yeah! Oh, he went all the way over.
You ever see that Vine of someone filming from their car in this kind of location, and there's just this truck, this pickup truck?
It just goes off?
Yeah, it's like in the middle and it just flies off.
I think I've seen that Vine.
It's like a 2-second Vine because they only managed to record the last 2 seconds of the event.
Another best here. Another 7 day. 7 days like a grocery store, it's gotta be. Little housing development in the middle of fucking nowhere, like this game seems to do. Like, this is its equivalent of, like, a small town, I feel like, is it just puts some houses. This is real good.
Yeah.
Oops. Other American petrol, same gas prices.
They should just have a modding community that can go in and detail everything.
Yeah.
Change stuff up.
Like an American Truck Simulator, how you can do all that shit.
Oh, see, there's some other game has already done the thing.
Yep. Oh, we're going to drive right by the Pentagon. David, there's something I have to do when we get to the Pentagon.
Snitch on some gangbangers.
Yeah. You'll know, I want to see how long it takes you to figure out what I'm going to do.
Is it the thing I almost said, but then realized it would be bad to say?
Probably. Don't say it, and I won't say it until we get there, and we'll figure it out. You can just confirm if that was the thing or not.
Oh, like a mod for, like, you know that shopping mall you saw earlier? If you could just Blues Brothers through it.
Yeah.
That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, because then, like, basically, it's like, it'd be like the opposite of No Man's Sky, where you have this game with a huge map and a lot of land, but there's not much substance in it, and then you just, like, let the modding community create the substance, and then you eventually have this. So it's sort of like crowdsourced, and, like, they'd have to have credit for it or whatever. And it sounds on paper like you're just kind of being a lazy developer, but, I mean, this is a lot of development.
Yeah.
And they just obviously don't have the budget to put any effort into creating a detailed world. So if you let the fans do it, there are people with enough time on their hands because they're in school or unemployed.
Alright, we're at the Pentagon.
They don't have... You know, people just have time on their hands to do this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, is this what you thought I was going to do?
Yeah. Let's go into the middle. No one ever... You know, you can't...
No one's ever seen the middle of the Pentagon.
No one's ever seen... There's like a whole garden in there.
I don't want to crash into it yet. I want to actually get to the middle.
Yet.
Yeah, yet. That's... Oh god. Okay, we're just gonna hope we just land somewhere. Hey!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh,
yeah, we are now stuck in...
That's how they get you. Wait, what the fuck is that?
It is so weird.
Okay, maybe if you go back far enough, you can turn into a plane and then just gear up and then just hit the NOS.
Nope, not enough space to switch.
No, but a little farther away from the... Okay, maybe get in the middle.
Okay, luckily...
I like how that went down.
Luckily, this game has fast travel. So we're just going to go to here.
The DC no-fly zone. Now that's what I call
no, we don't. See you later.
Stop.
Okay.
Ooh, there's the Washington Monument. And it's right next to downtown.
Get back to the Pentagon. Drop into the middle. And keep control of my fucking vehicle this time.
You know what? It'd be good if Philadelphia was in this game and it had everything you need to recreate the Always Sunny opening.
That'd be pretty great.
Like those houses with the lights.
Yep.
I've seen those.
Alright, we are in the middle of the Pentagon.
Look at that mirror technology.
There's just a little park in here. Just a little park. Okay, I feel like we're trapped again. I feel like there's not going to be any way out, so we will just sort of travel back to here.
Today we fly in the DC no-fly zone. Now that's what I call being free and having style.
Guy sounded a little like Hank Azaria.
Rock tire. Okay, we have made it to DC, which is more than the two-lane Blacktop guys can say, because they did not finish their fucking race. Okay, we got the Washington Monument here.
Let's recreate that scene from Spider-Man: Homecoming and drive a plane into the top.
Yes.
And drive a plane towards the top, then turn to the motorcycle.
Yeah,
but as close to being Spider-Man as you can get.
See if we can drive up it. We're going to go over to the reflecting pool. Oh, we're gonna have to go into plane mode. And then turn into boat mode, and there we go.
So let's definitely check out the Lincoln Memorial when we're done. with this.
The water is super shallow.
Oh, and that's playing out. Nice.
There.
This doesn't look like what DC actually is like, from what I understand. But let's go. What was that?
That was my ghost. That happens sometimes. Okay, Lincoln Memorial.
Wonder if they have the Jefferson Memorial or not, because it's another big statue.
I bet there's nothing in this thing.
There's something in it.
It is 100% not Lincoln.
It's it's just some woman.
Yeah.
She's about to show off her lady parts.
Yeah, some
I'd be down
sexy lady.
I'd be down for a little swap out for the season.
Yeah.
Go get Lincoln cleaned off and
Oh, would that be...
swap out a striptease statue.
No, that's not... The Capitol would be this way. You can see the cap from here. Yeah, the Lincoln Memorial seems like a no fucking brainer, but...
Yeah, there's got to be like a free model of that online.
The Capitol's just this way, right?
You know what we should do?
What?
We should crash a plane into it.
We should.
I'm not saying that...
Not in real life, just in the game.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's what any particular group of any individual should have done instead of the Pentagon for some reason. But,
certainly no one should do it now with our current president.
I'm just saying that in terms of, from a strict people's opinion poll, places that a plane would crash, it has to have some correlation to, or people being okay with a plane crashing into it would have to be correlated to people's opinions of the people inside the building.
Let's take a look at the, do they have the correct statue up top?
Termite infestations are
close. That's got to be
a
close.
little more popular. So if you want to crash into a building with termites in it, hold back. People might have some strong opinions about that. It's termites, right? I'm sure there's some list of like cockroaches are rated higher.
Yeah.
Clowns who don't know how to make balloon animals. Fish that are dead but in the water, and you're like...
Oval Office is in the West Wing, right?
Oh, see, I was talking about the Capitol.
I know, but... damn it, I missed!
You chickened out.
I hit that building, though!
See, I was talking about the Capitol building because Congress is the one with those super low approval rating, lower than termites and
even lower than Herr Donald. Wait, there's some weird fucking statues down there.
And they're kind of randomly placed.
Yeah, just a second. We'll come back to the plane idea. Like I was like, yeah!
He was doing a stretch and that turned into a real quick adjustment. So yeah, there's some random...
angel statues.
The French know their statues.
Yeah, that's...
It's just not the...
Not the correct ones. I'm gonna just do this. Come get me, Secret Service.
Do you think you could do a hologram? Like, so they have not hologram, but you know those light projections that from certain angles.
Hey, you know the White House lawn that you can just get right up to with no fence.
You just pull up for any fancy party, or if you just wanted to look inside, peep inside the windows. Are you stuck? Is this?
Nope, I'm just whipping donuts on President Drumpf's front lawn. Take that, Drumpf.
Where's the?
It's a real resistance hole shit I'm doing right now.
Which side is the Oval Office?
I think it's the West Wing. I think it's over here.
I wish there was some TV show that would elucidate that. I think they got a playground.
Yeah, the White House has a playground. You know, like the White House has.
If I was president, I'd put a pretty sick playground out on the lawn, though. let's be real. If I'm gonna, simply by virtue of my fucking job, have to be forced to make decisions about which random people in other countries to kill or let die,
make your vice president put it up.
I would want to blow off some steam by having my VP put up a pretty sick,
Like, don't give him any help. Just like, look, here's the set. We bought the set for you. Here's a hammer. Fucking do it, bitch.
Look, apparently I had to murder some people in Somalia so that other people weren't murdered, and that's on me because of my fucking job. So you can go out there and build me up something with like 6 swings and 2 slides on it. A 2-story curly slide, obviously.
We're gonna just, because we're done with our road trip, we're gonna take off a plane from right in front of the White House.
Yeah, and
as you were allowed to do in this free country called America.
And as a reminder, we did not crash this plane into any buildings.
Yeah, none except for that random office building that it was an accident. ISIS was in there.
We're Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
Is that a pool in the back of the White House?
Probably.
What is that? Not those, but yeah. Oh, no, wait.
Just another fountain.
Another fountain. Yeah, there's no fence around the White House.
And you can see New York from there, yeah. It's within eyeshot.
Look at all of those Capitol buildings.
Yeah.
They just put every other... It's like all of the state capitals from New Jersey and Maryland and
like the
Delaware,
states that didn't make it into the game.
All scrunched into one. Some big domes. Some random little neighborhoods in the woods.
Yep. This is the Hamptons.
And Appalachia at the same time.
Yeah.
That would be a good crossover.
We're gonna just buzz by.
I wonder
if good old Statue of Liberty.
I wonder if there's a production company that would have and a network that would have the budget to allow me to do an entire community swap where you take people from Appalachia Sticks and people from the Hamptons and just swap them.
No, you swap half of each community. So you still have like some locals for each of them to be dealing with.
Yeah. Like, give me enough money to do that and just see if we can affect something. Like how, when I recently my brother and me, they were talking about this Domino's initiative
is. The big lady.
For a second, I thought her head was on backwards. I'm pulling it pretty close.
There they all are, Albert. Faces of stone. Am I upside down?
I don't know.
I can't tell what direction I'm currently facing. That's a real problem with airplanes in this game.
What is that? Shebang? Shout. Shaybung. Shaybung owns a fucking lot.
I assume this is supposed to be Liberty Tower, but it just has,
American
probably fitting. Liberty Tower has a giant fucking American Petrol fucking logo on top.
Did they develop this game while they were still building the tower?
I don't know. They
didn't know what it looked like yet.
This has to be the Empire State Building, which kind of looks like the Empire State Building, I guess.
I don't see.
And that to the right, I think that might be the Chrysler Building to the right. But it's like a very bad representation of the Chrysler Building.
Okay, as we're getting closer, no, I think that might just be a different building.
They only had enough budget for 2 unique skyscrapers.
This is a dystopian future where 2 companies own most of New York City's buildings.
Yeah. Try and get the correct side of the Statue of Liberty this time.
This makes me want to play Spider-Man 2 again.
Yeah.
The hardest thing to do in that game is to take a crook from like a rooftop robbery or whatever and swing them all the way to the Empire State Building. That's easy enough to do. You swing them up there, you get up there, but what's hard to do is because you can't scale the very top while holding a guy. You have to like try and time it, and the block at the very top of the spire is only big enough for like you to stand on, so you have to get a short web string and flip up and hope that you can land and manage the camera to land perfectly on top.
There she is, Lady Liberty.
Obviously, they got her accurate because they built her.
Yeah, they built her. They also got, we'll just, since we're in a plane already, it doesn't take that long. Okay, first off, I want to show you that we're in New York. Let's set a fucking waypoint for, like, the middle of LA. According to this game, Los Angeles is 53 miles away from LA.
And weirdly, everything else, I mean, in terms of buildings and people and cars, is to scale.
Okay, so we go where we should be. They've got the Black Hills.
So they do have Mount Rushmore there.
Yep, that's what we're going to head to, just so my look Albert Faces of Stone joke. I can say it again and it'll play better.
I'll try to remember to laugh.
Yep. See, because David Lynch says it on Twin Peaks. So, final thoughts on the crew, too, while we're doing this. This game, like, okay, the first crew had that weird thing where there was, like, a story in it. Where you were, like, you played as a dude who looked like Gordon Freeman, and your brother got killed by this street gang that was all obsessed with cars, and you had to infiltrate them. And this game completely drops all of that. It's just like, hey, do some cool car and plane and boat stuff for this festival. Get followers. It feels more like a sequel to Steep, their weird, like, fucking winter sports game that they put the Olympics into, like, than it does. Also, this game is glitching it all the fuck out right now. Like, we have a thing on the bottom of the screen that's just nothing.
Oh yeah.
The GPS hasn't been working right for half of this time. We're gonna do this the easy way. Now that I think of it,
let's go to Chicago and take it from there.
Yeah, we can travel to Chicago. Chi-Town. Oh, this is the bean in the game? It would be here in this park. Like, I vaguely recognize some of this as Chicago-esque.
It's been forever since I've been there. I think the only time I was actually in Chicago, not just driving around it.
Yeah, they just made this into a big park. This would be the,
where the bean is?
The bean would be here, and the fucking art museum is in...
Might go see the bean. I'm going to Chicago next weekend, so...
Oh, nice.
And I haven't been there since I was 8, and all I remember is the pool at the hotel.
See, I feel like it would have been very easy for them to just drop their fucking accurate map of Chicago from the first Watch Dogs into this game.
Oh yeah, no one would complain.
And, like, do the same for, like, San Francisco from Watch Dogs 2. Like,
yeah,
just, you've got those maps already, just put them in, man.
That's an interesting point, because you do have multiple games with multiple maps of, or, you know, maps of these real cities that you could plug in. The only difference, or the only thing would be then they wouldn't be able to create their own version of Chicago to sort of thematically fit with their own version.
Well, like, at the very least, you, like, start, like, with that as the base, and then, like, strip it down.
Yeah, and take the details out.
Yeah. Yeah, there is no bean or a museum. Sears Tower's probably in here, though, right? Like,
yeah, I saw it in the... up and to the left. I think I'm right. Let's see how good my sense of direction is. Yep, it's over there.
Yeah, Sears Tower.
Let's fly through the spires.
Yeah. Maybe that's the part? No, that's not the bean. It was definitely in that park we were at before.
So do they have Philadelphia? Or
no.
They don't have Philadelphia, the birthplace of the country?
Nope. They could have just dropped it in from Assassin's Creed 3!
Yeah. You'd have to strip up.
Nope, just have it be that version of it.
Pretty much.
I could probably do this. It's gonna be a bit hard, but I can probably. Oh god, nope.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is that it would just be thematically jarring to have really rich and realistic versions of Chicago and San Francisco, and then everywhere else, Detroit, DC.
Just license it from other games. It's like, well, we couldn't get New York because we don't have a game, but we licensed the Liberty City map. Oh, there's a big nuclear reactor over there. We found Springfield.
So,
oh, you can see them from here. They're starting to load in.
I remember when I went to New York, where I actually bought my own copy of Spider-Man 2 at a GameStop in New Jersey. So I went to New York City, and then when I got home, I played Spider-Man 2, and I realized how inaccurate that map was. Because first time I played it, never felt inaccurate to me. It's, about as much detail as this game has in terms of city, because it's a PlayStation 2
I
game.
feel like the Spider-Man 2 maps, New York was bigger than this map's New York.
Oh, definitely. But it felt pretty accurate, even from having been there. But the thing that it's missing, and I'm disappointed by, is that there's no 30 Rock, which is like a cultural and architectural landmark in New York City.
Maybe that's one of those buildings that's like the building itself is copyrighted.
Yeah, that's what I think it is, because NBC Universal has nothing to do with Sony, who owns Spider-Man. But it's still like, it's a recognizable building. It's got a recognizable statue out front. The one thing, though, I don't actually... Next time I play that game, I'll have to check out where Grand Central Terminal is to see if that's there and doing anything, because... I don't know. It'd be cool if in the new Spider-Man game you could actually go into Grand Central Station.
Yeah.
Because I was...
You could do that in Spider-Man 3, the game. You could go in there. There was... Because it had, like, the subways and the sewers in that game.
The Sandman stuff.
Yeah. It was real bad, all that stuff, because it was, like, impossible to find out how to get there, impossible to find your way out. There they are, Albert. Faces of stone.
Thought they'd be taller. Just the mountains in the background are...
Fuck you, Jefferson! Fuck you, Roosevelt! Fuck you, Washington! Lincoln, you cool. See you later.
Yeah,
and that's gonna do it for Crew Lane Blacktop, I think. Gonna go under this bridge. Yeah!
Lincoln suffered enough with getting his
Yeah, he's had stuff thrown into his head at high speeds enough for one man.
I was just referring how his place is now rented out by that lady.
We'll do one mission before we end this stream. We'll
that would be
slalom.
So, I was thinking about doing those light projections that make stuff look 3D from a certain angle. If you could light up the Lincoln Monument to make it look like the statue's gone and replaced with a different statue, if you could somehow map that.
Yeah.
But now I'm just thinking you could just project like a lady sitting on Lincoln's lap.
Yes.
That'd be kind of fun. Maybe put a smile on his face. Just have
he deserves it.
Some lady like either on his lap or on like the arm of the...
There, I did that slalom, and I got how many followers for doing it? 250 people followed me on Insta for doing that.
And 1875 Bitcoin.
Oh, I'm almost a star. Yeah, like, they have weird cryptocurrency in this game instead of any real money. Give me my loot, goddammit.
That's also cool. This is giving me ideas. You just take something with a super high... you basically just get an eco punch and put it underwater at night, and you get some sick lighting.
Alright, that's going to do it for the stream.
Next time we'll do... oh, I had this earlier. It was some other road trip shit. My Own Private Idaho. we
Yeah.
go from Idaho to Los Angeles and back again.
Yeah. Idaho isn't in this game, David. There's no Idaho.
Then also Dakota.
Yep.
It's weird that the Dakotas get some. I mean,
It's because there's Mount
You
Rushmore.
got Rushmore, but
Yeah. We've got the IDS tower. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.